Today's History Chat is about Women's History Month. And March is Women's History Month. It's a time to celebrate the contributions of women throughout history. The push for women's rights goes all the way back to the 19th century, where women like Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton fought tirelessly for women's right to vote. Same with Mary Church Terrell and Ida B. Wells. It got the 19th Amendment passed in 1920. It was a victory, but it didn't end here. Actually, let's go back to 1908. Back in 1908, women took to the streets to demand better wages and better working conditions. This iconic uprising of 20,000 was led by garment workers in New York City. This was one of the largest women-led strikes in history. This was a critical moment in the fight for women's labor rights. And related to that, in 1909, a year later, the Socialist Party designated February 28th as the first National Women's Day, as a way to advocate for women's rights, advocating for labor rights and better pay. Equal pay, something that we still don't have today. Fast forward from this and this, the 1960s and the 1970s, when we had the women's liberation movement. Activists in this movement demanded equal rights for women, including calling out the absence of women in history education. Their argument was basically that women's history deserved a place in the curriculum, in our schools, in our nation's story. In 1978, California, the Sonoma County Commission of Women launched Women's History Week. It's them launching it. And the movement grew so fast that in 1981, Congress established March 7th as Women's History Week, recognizing the importance of International Women's Day that's on March 8th. It didn't stop there. In 1987, after years of lobbying by women's groups, Reagan officially declared March as Women's History Month. Then in 1985, Women's History Month became a permanent fixture in our national calendar. Every year, a theme is chosen to celebrate women from all walks of life. Now, every year during Women's History Month, highlight the achievements of women, whether they be activists, politicians, athletes, writers who have shaped our world. So let's take this March to reflect on the achievements of women and the work that we need to continue to do for true equality in this country and this world. Who's your favorite woman in history? Let us know in the comments.